The tires are the things on your car that make contact with the road. The tires are the things on your car that make contact with the road. The tires are the things on your car that make contact with the road. The car is the thing on the road that takes you back to your abode.
Hey everybody! It's been a little while since I filmed a vlog, and as you can see from our big blue bus behind, we are back on the road after our trip to Florida and France, and we are back in Mexico. So yeah, today is a pretty exciting day actually, because it marks an entire year since we've been back on the road, and on the road with a baby, with Phoenix. So I wanted to do something special, and that was just to make a vlog about sort of our last year of travels. Of course, a lot of the footage that I have is of Phoenix doing things that we think are cute, but I was able to sift through that and find a couple of cool things that we did in each corner of North America that we managed to visit in the past year. And when you put it together, it actually adds up to quite a year. Sometimes in the midst of it, it felt really challenging. Sometimes I felt like giving up. Sometimes I wanted to move into a house, which sometimes we did for a little while. And most of all, sometimes I just felt like we weren't really seeing or doing much because we were just taking care of a baby so much of the time. But when you put all the footage together, it does actually amount to a really nice, lovely year. So a year ago today, we left New Brunswick, Canada with our big blue bus and our 4.5-month-old baby. The first few weeks when we were in the northeastern part of the US, it was super hot because it was already the middle of June, really, really humid. And of course, we were just getting used to life with the baby. Phoenix was pretty fussy as a newborn, so it was tough to drive. He wasn't happy in his car seat, and we spent most of our time just kind of occupying him and making sure he wasn't crying. So once we reached the Appalachian Mountains, we were pretty stoked because we knew that we could spend our summer there, mostly in Shenandoah National Park, and just chill and kind of get used to life in a bus with the baby. So that's exactly what we did for like 2 or 3 months. We just stayed up in the mountains where the air was cool, where we could go on hikes, visit waterfalls, see animals, and also just spend a lot of our time with Phoenix.
On the Blue Ridge Mountain, there I'll take my stand. Upon the Blue Ridge Mountain, there I'll take my stand. A rifle on my shoulder, 6-shooter in my hand. Oh Lord, I've been all around this world. Come and open the door. Lulu, my Lulu, come and open the door. For I have to walk on in with my old 44. Oh Lord, I've been all around this world.
At the end of August last year, we had a little incident where Phoenix fell off the bed. He had just started to roll, and it was the first time that he fell off the bed, and he actually broke his femur bone. So we were really close to Asheville, North Carolina, which was really lucky. We were able to go down into a hospital and get excellent care for him, a cast for 4 weeks, which holed us up in Asheville for that time. But we rented a little place, which was really nice for me. And Bruno took advantage of that time to do some renovations in our bus, including build Phoenix a more secure bed now that he was rolling. And my mom took the opportunity to come down and see her grandson and her daughter.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real.
Your turn. Hi, Bruno! He came back from just picking up the laundry. So where was I? Oh yeah, when Phoenix got his cast off, we were able to hit the road again, and by this point it was early October, if I'm not mistaken, or the end of September, and we wanted to be in Mexico by sometime in November, so we had a couple months where we were able to go down through Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Texas? I think so. Because Phoenix hadn't been able to play in the water for a month, a lot of our time involved water.
Gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. Gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more, no more.
In Texas, we met up with my parents, who were also going to be wintering in Mexico in their RV, and we crossed the border into Mexico together. The next month or so involved lots of driving and visiting waterfalls and beautiful crystal lakes in the desert, and visiting ruins and little historic towns. My brother and his girlfriend Ada came to visit us for Christmas, so we had like a little road trip with them, and we got to see the monarch butterflies wintering in the mountains near Mexico City. We got to see Teotihuacan pyramids, which are like really infamous pre-Hispanic pyramids. And then we settled once again in a little house because I was needing another little mini break. So we settled in a place in Cuernavaca for a month and a half.
Vamos a la playa con la lavandería, tintorería. La tintorería c'est la tinterie.
Vamos a la playa. Vamos.
México.
Come on, be brave.
Swing in this. Ah, cool. Dis donc, c'est pas qu'un jour j'amènerai mon fils se baigner là.
I think he wants to go to you. Want to see?
Bonjour Bruno.
No me
me llores, no me llores más. Prima, no me llores, lagrimita, que me siento una cosita que me apaga con el alma. Tata, tú me pones una carita que me siento un desvalido que me perturba la calma. No me llores, no me llores más. No me llores, no me llores más. No quiero que me llores, que me digas, papacito de mi alma, eres mi vida. Tú sabes que este disco está rayado, que de oírlo tengo ganas. Todo es mentira. No me llores, no me llores más. No me llores,
Oh my
no me
goodness, Jimmy.
llores más. Tú siempre te estás haciendo la bobita, está llorando lagrimita, ya me tienes confundido. No pienses que yo trago mi negrita, esos cuentos no me mandan ni me turban los sentidos. No me llores, no me llores más. No me llores, no me llores más. No me llores, no me llores más.
Last but not least, we took a trip to Florida and France for a month and a half, and we've just returned from that in the past month. Look at the dogs, campground dogs. And now we are back in Mexico. We're in Puebla right now, and we are going to spend a little time here because
Oh, na, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, now, now. Oh, now. This is a home it may concern. Ragamuffin Rasta man return. Says we all got a lesson to learn. This is the reason that I'm back to my roots. And back to my roots. Yeah.
here celebrating 1 year of being on the road, which I feel like is a huge accomplishment with a baby. It hasn't been easy. If you've been following my blog at all, you will know because I have talked very openly and honestly about it. But I think today is just really a great opportunity for us to celebrate what I think is a really big accomplishment. So anyway, thanks again for checking out our footage and for following us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.